Hello everyone, I'm Gorka here, and now I did say we were done with Mega Man Unlimited, but there are actually Omega versions of the 10 Robot Masters I've perfect run, and I'm just going to be doing their battles because there's no actual hard mode. You can do it in challenges. So yeah, moving on, I'll be doing post commentary over them as they take a lot of time and careful studying their attacks to finally master the battle. Anyway, moving on to the first Robot Master. Okay, so first up is Omega Jetman. His bomb attack has a lot more bombs that drop, and instead of shooting one jet missile, he shoots 3 jet missiles. The speed he travels still seems to be the same, but as you can see, now he shoots 3. They also have different musics, and they kind of have like a red glow to them. Yeah, Jetman was the first one I managed to beat. He did still take quite a bit of attempts, like that attack right there, that is very precise. It is one hectic fight, but it's so much fun at the same time. So you basically want to hug the middle unless when he's shooting the missiles, so you can dodge the bombs. And yeah, that's Omega Jetman for you. Also, if you beat them perfectly, not just beat them in Omega, you get an S instead of a tick. So there's Omega Jetman. Moving on to the next Robot Master. Alright, next up is Omega Tankman. This fight was a thing. The original Tankman was kind of pattern based. This one is still pattern based, but he charges much quicker. Seems like he shoots a lot more volleys, so this time you can't just run away from him, you have to slide underneath. Just jump and slide all to them. And then when he drives away from you, he spams rockets like that. That is pretty difficult to avoid. And then he repeats the pattern. This is one crazy fight. It gets very dangerous. You can basically get hit at any point in the fight. Thankfully, he doesn't. It's not random whether he's gonna charge up to the end of the room or just to you. But again, I like to just jump over the first missile, slide on the next 2, and then jump over the 4th one. Sometimes he can shoot out 5. Depends how much room you let him go, but that's Omega Tankman. It's a quick fight, but definitely a difficult and crazy one at the same time. Alright, moving on to the next one. Next up, we have Omega Glueman, which has one distinct change in his battle, which you will see straight away the moment he attacks first. In the previous fight, he shot 1 glue shot, and then when he hangs from the ceiling, he shot 3. Now he shoots 3, and when he hangs from the ceiling, he shoots 5. So what I like to do is go close to him, and then just move away from him a little bit. So when he's on the right, go left. When he's on the left, go right. And just try and follow this pattern. Basically, don't get touched by a shot of his glue or you lose. Literally, one mistake and the run is over. Probably the easiest of the 3 so far, but it's, like I said, very, very easy to get out of pattern. So yeah, that's basically Glueman. Nothing more to say about this one. I'm not sure if I prefer this music or the actual music of battling them. Well, anyway, there's Omega Glueman, so yeah, that wasn't too bad. Anyway, moving on to the next Robot Master. Alright, next Robot Master is Nitro Man. His battle arena is a little bit different and it makes it slightly trickier. Also, if you shoot his head once, you lose. So yeah, You also can't shoot his eyes. I shot his eyes so many times just to lose. So basically, like in the normal Tri-Nitro, hug the top ground. You want to kind of hope he lands on the top ground, as that means you can spam at him anything you want. But yeah, just watch where he's going. He is kind of slow though, which is kind of good. If he was any faster, this would be probably the hardest fight. And once he gets down to 4 lines of health, just spam at his head and hope you win. That's basically all there is to Omega Tri-Nitro Man. It seems kind of chaotic at the beginning when you're still learning, but once you learn what's going on, his Nitro Blast also does seem to come out a bit quicker. That dodge right there, I almost killed myself and ruined the run, but I saved it in the end. That was pretty clutch. But that's 4 of them down, and Omega Tri-Nitro Man down at the same time. So moving on to the next Robot Master. Alright, so next up is Omega Rainbow Man. Now, the original Rainbow Man was very pattern based, kind of a piece of cake. This one, he's a complete spaz. Attacks ridiculously fast and creates his own patterns at will, as well as basically moving really fast. He also doesn't leave himself open very often. And here you have to jump 4 times in quick succession. What I like to do is I like to stand by the post and then jump, because he can either shoot or he can jump over you. And if you jump there like I did right there, it keeps you safe from both. But you have to time it exactly right. And then the pattern repeats, but it's very easy to lose the pattern and just get hit anywhere. So yeah, this is kind of a long battle. Just don't lose your focus. These are Mega Robot Masters. I can safely say, as I'm recording this, all of them have been defeated. Yes, all of them. I can safely say it was the hardest battles I have ever had to do in Mega Man, without a doubt. The worst thing that can happen is when the Robot Master gets left with 1 HP and they're not invulnerable. Kind of like Rainbow Man's doing right now. If I got hit here, I would have had a very... But thankfully, he went down. Quite a lengthy battle too. Definitely one of the harder ones. He got a massive buff, but thankfully he's gone. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Right, next up is Omega Yo-Yo Man. I quite enjoyed this fight. He seems like he's basically the same as the original Yo-Yo Man fight, however, he starts stacking attacks on top of each other. For instance, the Yo-Yo Kata hasn't finished yet and he's already starting his next attack. And that's really the only difference I've seen about him. It's kind of a reaction battle, but overall, this is a fun fight. Definitely one of the easier ones. As he doesn't have any new attacks. As long as you know how to fight Yo-Yo Man, you should be fine. Just take shots where you can and try and survive the battle. So yeah, another tedious battle, and I'm starting to run out of things to say, honestly. I've basically covered everything I can for this battle. Besides the fact, you have no idea how long some of these Omega Robot Masters have taken. But we'll get to them eventually. Yo-Yo Man for now, he was one of the easier ones to fight. And there he goes. Well, now he goes down. There we go. So yeah, he's definitely one of the easy ones. Quite a fun one. Wouldn't mind having to redo him. Alright, moving on to the next one. Alright, next up is Comet Woman. And in my opinion, it seems like the pitch of her music has changed since when I did the perfect run back in her stage. But anyway, for her Omega fight, basically she's a lot faster, and this time you want to go to her. You don't want to wait for her Comet Dash and then slide away from her, as she basically crashes down at a very high speed. What I like to do after every Comet Dash as well, jump, just in case you get that one, as basically you have to jump over the Comet Dash, and you also have to jump to get over the orbs if they decide to squash you from the sides instead of from top and bottom. It seems like she isn't too durable, as she's always open. Yeah, you have to be very wary of her short Comet Dashes, as those ones are kind of difficult to get under. Yeah, a bit of a frantic fight, but definitely a possible one, and a fun one at that. There she goes. Alright, with her down, let's move on to the next one. Right, next up, we have Glueman, the first of the secret bosses. And oh boy, the only difference with this fight is he's faster, but no one tells you how much faster. Oh boy, this guy's speed has increased. Ridiculous. Basically, you want to climb the platforms with him and hope for that RNG is in your favor. And look at the mine speed, did you see that? That is a bit ridiculous. If you find yourself being on the ground, well, it's basically pray and hope, because there's no avoid, there's no reacting to it. You can go and get a few extra shots if you know. Like, mostly you just want to stay on top and jump, and then hit the ground and see where he goes, try and react to it, but you have to be very, very fast. And hope he doesn't go on your platform. Like that dodge right there, that was really close. Glueman was definitely one of the harder ones. Almost about 2 hours taken just to beat this guy, but there he goes, and boy I'm glad. That takes down the first of the 2 secret bosses. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Alright, next up we have Omega Whirlpool Man, who also, like Glueman, is just faster. But boy, he was hard to get used to, as he travels at quite a high speed. What I noticed about Whirlpool Man is he'll only go on the bottom once every cycle before he sucks the mines, and only once. And that's basically the only help you get. Like, I could have failed right there. Like that doesn't count, so he can still go in at the bottom once. You just have to be wary of it. Try and pop as many bubbles as you can to reduce the amount of projectiles on the screen. And when he comes out middle, it's the best, because you just slide away and basically can dodge everything with ease. The worst is when he appears at the top, as it's kind of difficult to avoid his mines and you can't get any shots in on him. Bottom is second best, as you can get plenty of damage, but it's a bit difficult to avoid. So he comes out top. As long as you leave the mine's eye left, you should be okay, as long as you do a little hop and just get through the gap. What I noticed, when he leaves the screen on top, he can come from the bottom like he did right there. But when he goes down on one side, he can also come straight from the right or the left, depending on which side he went down. That's really the only patterns I've noticed. Like, he can come from the right bottom now, like kind of like he did. He's demonstrating everything. How kind of him. So you try and blow up the mines, especially on the bottom level. It's good to blow them up whatever layer he tries to blow the mines up from. And yeah, this is one of the longest ones. This one takes over 2 minutes to battle. So yeah, you gotta hold your nerve. It does get stressful, but if you believe and get good RNG, you may be able to do it. Kind of again, little hop, get damage where you can, Like, right there, that was a bit close too. And one shot, and when you use on one shot, just go for the kill. Don't even worry about the mine. Just go for the kill, and boom. There goes Whirlpool Man. Now, there's only one left. And I wonder who that is. I wonder why we've been keeping him till last. Anyway, on to the last Robot Master. Okay, and last but definitely not least, what I thought was impossible, it seemed impossible, Omega Nailman. He attacks much faster than the original Nailman and stacks attack, as well as dropping more stupid RNG nails. This fight is more luck than... You basically have more chance to be struck by lightning and win the lottery than beat him flawlessly. The fact that I beat him, I still can't believe it to this day. I literally can't help. I can try and help how to beat him, but I don't know. It's just all about luck. Like luck where the nails drop, luck what attack he picks. Like that was a close dodge right there. Doesn't help that he's always protected by his shield as well. And when he picks the nail attack, where he tries to stab you, he doesn't even throw the nail shield off. So you have to dodge 2 volleys of nails just to get some shots in on him, which I think is kind of bullshit. But yeah, this is a very long and drawn out fight. You literally have to have every single RNG god and the real god hoping for you to win, because this fight alone I think spent at least about 4 to 5 hours trying to beat him. It's not fun. There's no skill involved in it, besides some ridiculous dodges here and there. 150% RNG base, so if you want, I don't recommend doing it. Save your sanity, people, please. Like even right there, like wow. Just looking back at the footage, I'm still amazed. And the worst thing that could have happened, he was left at 1 line of HP. And if he hits me now, I think I would have quit the challenge. But Omega Nailman goes down, and that's all of them. What seemed impossible when I started. Because I started Omega Nailman, which was a big mistake. Anyway, before we move on to the final analysis, I'm going to show you one little thing that happened in Whirlpool Man's fight. That while I looked away, I did a ridiculous dodge without realizing. So yeah, enjoy that. And then I'll see you at the analysis of the final game. See you there. And with that, the Omega Robot Masters are down, and Mega Man Unlimited now finally comes to a close, I suppose. It was a really long work in progress. Like, I started back in 2015 and finally managed to perfect run the last Robot Master only a few days ago, and these next 3 days I decided to do the Omega Robot Master fights, try and perfect them. My god, was it one of the biggest, hardest challenges to do, especially Nailman. My gosh, I wanted to start the challenge with him, but on the whole, this was an absolutely fantastic game, an amazing work by just one person to recreate a real Mega Man game. And then it must have been liked so much that Whirlpool Man got introduced in a later update. I definitely had a lot of fun perfect running the stages. It's just I really like playing Mega Man, and just the added challenge is just so fun. The satisfaction you get and accomplishment once you do it, it's beyond anything you can achieve. Therefore I may do more perfect runs in the future. I might even go back to the roots of Mega Man and do Mega Man 4. Who knows? But for yeah, this is where I'm going to sign off. Mega Man Unlimited. Hope you enjoyed the perfect runs, and they're Omega Perfect Robot Masters, because my gosh, those were a thing. I'm glad they're done. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're enjoying my channel so far, if you're even watching. And anyway, I shall see you in the next video. Till then, take care.